Chuck, thanks very much. The Republican primary season continued last night with another intense debate, this one in California.
15 candidates squared off in two separate debates, each looking for any kind of foothold to stop Donald Trump's momentum. Sunrise reporter Carrie Klein is here this morning with more on what was said last night and, of course, how it could impact the campaign moving forward.
Hey,
good morning.
Good morning, guys. If people missed last night's debate, they missed a real treat. Now, while there were fewer candidates in that first GOP debate, and for the most part, they were polite and waited their turn. Well, during last night's debate, the gloves came off. 11 hopefuls in that second, the main debate, took the stage at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California. And while everyone got in their fair share of time to speak, sometimes by force, even cutting off the moderators and insisting they get time to make their point, there was still a lot of attention focused on Donald Trump. Now, Trump did garner a lot of his own time, and then the candidates focused plenty of attacks on him as well. This debate included many memorable moments, and we start with a very tense exchange between Carly Fiorina and Donald Trump, addressing comments he made in the news several days ago about her face, saying, "Who would want to vote for that?"
I think women all over this country heard very clearly what Mr. Trump said.
I think she's got a beautiful face, and I think she's a beautiful woman.
You know, Obama's committed to his principles, his liberal principles. He will fight for them. He says, I will veto any budget that doesn't fund Planned Parenthood, and Republicans surrender. We need to stop surrendering and start standing for our principles.
And your brother's administration gave us Barack Obama because it was such a disaster those last 3 months that Abraham Lincoln couldn't have been elected.
You know what? As it relates to my brother, there's one thing I know for sure. He kept us safe.
In 2003, I suggested to President Bush that he not go to war. Okay, so I just want that on the record.
First of all, the only people that follow the law are law-abiding people. Criminals, by definition, ignore the law. So you can pass all the gun laws in the world like the left wants. The criminals are going to ignore it because they are criminals. Here's the real issue.
So 40 years ago, I smoked marijuana, and I admit it. I'm sure that other people might have done it and may not want to say it in front of 25 million people. My mom's not happy that I just did.
So as you can see, the debate, a real emotional roller coaster. Just as things got serious, there were moments of comedic relief. And Julia, there was also some real disparity on how much speaking time each candidate got. While Mr. Trump led the pack with nearly 19 minutes of talk time, Scott Walker brought up the rear with only about half of that at about 8.5 minutes. We are going to have much more on the GOP debates throughout Sunrise. Julia.